Fear and doubt sit on either end of a table. Fear and doubt sit alone in a room at either end of a table facing one another. They have challenged each other to a staring contest, a dare to see who will be the last one to move, who is least inclined toward action. Funny how neither would ever understand that there are no victors in a war such as this, but being faithful or hopeful isn't a title either is willing to risk, and so they sit there in front of you. Doubt, you will find him to your right, quite the reserved gentleman, never one much to fight, more of one to sit, to skip, to tiptoe and teeter-totter, to sit on fences upon lines drawn in the sand, to skip around hard questions, to tiptoe about tough situations, to teeter-totter on every important decision you have ever had to make, always whispering in your ear, asking, is this a risk you're willing to take, always telling you it's your heart that's at stake, when really it's your pride. And maybe it's a lie to say he isn't one to fight, but he doesn't throw kicks or punches, only uses shadows in the night, every creeping chance, every sneaking suspicion that something isn't what it appears to be, telling you that things aren't what they are, that you aren't who you are, that you aren't willing, aren't able, aren't ready, aren't capable, aren't big enough, aren't tall enough, aren't pretty enough, aren't small enough, aren't strong enough, telling you that you can't do this, or you can, or you can't, maybe you can, maybe you can't. A roller coaster with your emotions, so there's nothing left but an anxious mind and nervous hands, so uncertain, too unsure to make a move. Doubt and fear sit not so alone in a room at a battlefield meant for two. Not so alone because there is you. Peering through the window from the outside in onto the scene, they gaze at one another, without blinking, unwaveringly, or so it would seem, but you could swear that their every glare was shot directly at you, asking, what are you gonna do? Seductive temptress fear, she is upon your left, bloodshot red, the color of her nails, lips, blush, and low-cut, short dress. Her perfume smells something scarily reminiscent of your daddy's alcoholic breath, and in her anger and resentment-threaded overcoat there are two deep pockets. In one, all the embarrassing and shameful deeds everyone will someday find out that you have done, and in the other, all the overextending, far too giving, back-bending, codependent tendencies of your mother, sealed up tight with guilty zippers and buttons up to the neck, black, 6-inch stiletto heels she has slipped on and strapped to your feet. She walks a beat around your mind while puncturing holes in your heart, holes big enough for every truth to fall through. The boy that loves you, the girl that misses you, every person ever got too close, every situation ever seemed too big, too hard for your small world, small girl of 5'4". She talks in impossibilities and walks in insecurities, telling you all those monsters under your bed, they are real. And if you try to fight them, you will fail. Just like every time before, she uses your every previous mistake to plead her case, never mentioning your successes. So all you know is yes, you will fall. Yes, it will hurt. No, they won't care. This game, it isn't fair. But all you can do is stand there, too frozen to make a move. Suddenly, it's just you. Alone in a room except for a table set for two. At one end sits a shadowed figure beckoning to you. So all shaking hands and trembling feet, you make your way over, take your seat, lift your gaze, and suddenly your eyes meet. Sights locked in, it's clear you've been challenged, so let the battle begin now. There is no fear, there is no doubt, just you looking at a mirror reflection of yourself, daring, asking, what are you gonna do? And the answer comes, be brave. Have faith, break the rules, make a move.